22. Yeah. So why don't you go out and go clubbing and drinking every night?
I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's just when you kind of that next level, I think that's just part of life for express. I'd say so.
And would you go for a guy if he was really attractive and nice, but if he did go out clubbing every day and smoking, whatever else?
Oh no, 100% not.
Why not?
Most unattractive thing is vaping. Like, anything like vaping, drinking, smoking, not a bit of me. And I don't do it myself, so like, we can't relate. Do you know what I mean? And it's hard to find the balance. Some people can do it, I'd say I'm quite extreme when it comes to fitness, so I'm like,
and what would you go for if you could list like 3 attributes to a guy?
physical personality. Oh, physical, cool, solid, fun.
Okay. How about you? Cut the flirting and trying to impress each other. It's really most important thing.
Yeah, I just think funny, laid back. Just they have to be physically at 100%. Definitely, that's a big thing.
What do you see as the future for dating our age? Because there's been loads of stats. 54% of Gen Z guys, once they turn 20, say they had any relationship in their teens, even just one. So if you're at a pub with your mates, a group of boys, and you ask them about their relationships in their teens, only half of them will be able to tell you about anything. Why do you think that's happening?
It's a good question. I think it can be twofold. So one, they're either really just not interested in trying to make research who they are at an early age, or they're just not. Sounds to me, but they just don't. They're not at that age where they want to care about it. It's not something they try to practice.
So, do you think social media has a part to play in this?
What, in like being accepted?
Yeah.
Sort of. I feel like it's really like glorified to be like that hot broken gym bro that like can't speak to women and like is like.
Do you think? I guess what you're alluding to there is that it's almost cool to suffer and be a bit of a victim.
100%. Yeah. 100%. There's like a trend. Like if you go to the gym, you have to be like depressed and all that. Yeah. Literally.
Suffer on his fighting his demons.
It's not that deep. It's realistically just get out there. Get out there, go gym, touch grass. Yeah, touch some fucking grass, smell some fresh air. You're fine, mate. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Simple as that.
Do you reckon that's going to change? Final question. Do you think that victim culture that we have going on our age is ever going to go away?
I think there's no light about dark. You always have something that are stacked in that realm. But I think if you're thinking of the right things with the right people, 100% will change. You just got to plan yourself right, do the right content. It could be the partner and live a really good life experience. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, 100%. But like, well, I just think I don't think of it that deeply. I just think I think we've been through like a phase in like the gym community of like it's cool to be depressed and hardcore. I feel like we're coming out of it. Like, it just goes in waves. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah. To get a bit too philosophical on Oxford Street, I think it's very much the case that we're too comfortable in the West and in the UK specifically. So we need to find things that suck about our lives, because as soon as you blame it on something other than yourself, it's not your fault. Whereas actually the truth kind of is that everything we do is our responsibility.
Take responsibility. Even if something bad happens to you, it might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility how you react.
I know we've gone on a lot, but take responsibility. There's a very famous man that said that as well, by the name of Tate. He said the same thing. Do you agree with anything else that he said?
I don't really like him. I mean, I understand he may say some nice things for like the younger generation, but like that just doesn't like disinclude all the horrible things he said about women and like how he objectifies women. So,
do you think he's part of the problem?
Oh, I don't really know. I think he was sort of vain. He was one with me. You know what I mean? Like he sort of just came, like did his thing for a year and left.
That's what blew my mind, because I thought some of the shit he was saying he was just a comedian, and it would have actually been quite funny because he was this exaggerated caricature of
Be like hardcore, or like one of those kind of boys. Like he's not being mean to women. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Who's going to carry the boats? Goggins or Tate? Goggins versus Tate. Who wins? Goggins or Tate?
It's 100%.
What are we? Is it fish fight or what? I think Tate.
In general, you can't do the physical like endurance or like the mental toughness.
He was a Navy SEAL. Yeah, give him a I don't need scrap. This is how it's done, right? We get into the same problem, go for a right club, and find some lovely people. That's what we do, walk out with getting on better than ever? People are getting into relationships, or do you feel like we're more divided?
I think it's more difficult to be in a relationship because like today we have like Tinder and things like that. So I think it's more difficult to find love.
I feel like the standards are too high set by women. They should maybe be brought down a little bit, and their expectations are too high because they see all these influencers on social media who are perfect, so they expect everyone to be like that.
Yeah. No, I think that they have to find something because for them like you have to be high and maybe perfect. Like I'm 1.75 and not 180, so it's difficult. Your toes and your head. But for me it's difficult because I'm not tall. They have more expectation like physics.
Do you think that men are being told that it's okay to be less of a gentleman nowadays?
No, I will not say that they have to be less gentlemen because even if the society tell us that we don't have to be that gentlemen, I think we have to.
So we're here today with Ben. I wanted to ask you, Ben, about gay culture and where it's at in 2024. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, you don't look a day over 26.
Thank you very much.
What's the state of gay culture at the moment? Do you feel like it's getting more toxic because of social media and dating apps, or do you feel like it's in a good place?
Yeah, so I think it certainly has similarities to how straight people have it. Like, there's a lot of hypergamous relationships going on. It's very difficult to find people. Fortunately, I'm not in that position where I'm looking, but yeah, it's very difficult these days. It's been made harder by all the dating apps. They've actually made apps harder to use. It used to be that they were much easier to use, like OkCupid. It used to be you can match with people from the other side of the country, and you can do it for free, and you can message back and forth. And now it's very, very difficult to do that.
Why have they made it more difficult?
They made it more difficult because once people have a successful match and they stop using the service, well, then they can no longer extract money from you or advertise to you. So
They've got the incentive to fund their staff, their office space, their other costs.
exactly, and profit.
Of course, that's the big one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love capitalism. Profit is great. Profit is important. But yeah, unfortunately, it does cause negative consequences to society overall.
Do you see a way around that? Can you imagine an app that's sort of like a charity and it gives really good points, lets you work out what people are actually like?
I don't think there is a way around it. I think the way we have it now is it's just a natural consequence of incentives due to profit. And so, yeah, I don't think it's likely to going to change until there's a cultural shift. around it, which I think there's starting to be that. There's starting to be people who are like, they're not using smartphones as much. They're trying to get off of dating apps and start meeting people in person again. So I think that's a positive cultural change.
Yeah. Charlie Munger, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome.
Absolutely, 100%.
So what would you say is the biggest difference between straight culture and gay culture at the moment?
Oh, good question. Well, so for gay men, there is, it's much more overt. There is like a hookup culture. It's not really frowned upon. No one really has to like pretend they're not into it. Whereas with I think more so with women, there's like they have to kind of pretend to not really be into it type of thing. Although unfortunately, promiscuity is through the roof and actual relationships are on the decline, and yeah, so not good. But I think that's one of the key differences, just the acceptedness of being extra promiscuous and sexual.
And why is it accepted to be extra promiscuous as a gay man but not as a straight man or a straight woman?
Well, just men are different than women. I mean, men, in general, they pursue sex more, so women have to be more selective, evolutionarily, because they have to carry a baby for 9 months and then also provide for the child afterwards, whereas men don't really have to do that. A man can reproduce it.
Themselves. The very idea boggles the mind. Some would say it's a biological impossibility, because the idea of a socially inept, autistic guy unable to get laid, that's pretty repulsive. But a socially inept, autistic woman unable to get laid, that's pretty hot, which really makes a brother wonder, do they even exist? And where can I find these broads? Well, I recently just found out about this app called Hj6RkI5rKgI3Jki4tHY. It is a dating site marketed towards incels. Now, the idea here is that there's supposed to be thousands, possibly even millions of femcells, all of them just prowling here, is that there's supposed to be thousands, possibly even millions of femcells, all alone just prowling for worm on this app. But me personally, I'm a little bit skeptical, so I did some research. Apparently, the user data of Duolicious was leaked, and the ratio was something like 70,000 men and about 3,000 women, which sounds about right, but then you consider that a lot of these so-called women are bots, other fellas like me trying to hop on the third, experiment trace, so factor all that in. And I would estimate there's maybe 15 real young women on this website in the continental United States. And God knows what kind of issues they have. So really what I'm saying is Jersey's got a chance. I have made it my life goal to go on a date with a femcell. And I'm going to start here. Cute dates and dank memes await. Bro, this shit was hand-coded by the director of the CIA. I actually made this account like 2 days ago, and I haven't gotten any matches yet. I don't know if that's probably normal given the ratio. Like, there's probably nobody who actually uses this shit. But I don't know. I don't know if that's normal. I'm thinking about it. I don't know why this isn't getting any bites. Let's just see. Let's just see here. Okay. See, this is not... If this is a real person, this is a Mossad asset. This isn't... Like, how the fuck's up, bro? How big is it? What the f... A lot of it's just like anime pictures. This isn't... It's just a bunch of weebs, really. There's not a lot to work on these profiles, so... I just have to really reach in my mind. Alright, I'm warming up. There's Duolicious clubs. I don't know what half of this shit is. Neat, Roblox, Drain Gang, Evangelion, Homestuck. Is that like a... Are you talking about like real life, or is that a thing? Is that a
Some sort of anime or something. Alright, we're heating up. With dollar signs, I don't know, I just thought that was funnier. Alright, what about this person? Pansexual. Puppy pill. Born to hickey neat. Forced to live leak night shift factory girl boss. Okay, so is this a real... There's no way of knowing. You just gotta send it. If I just type any phrase... Dude, the amount of messages every girl... Dude, this is so fucked. There's like 6 million guys and 3 girls. This shit is unbelievable. Him sell my ass, dude. Get real. You damn Scoozy. Mommy, chronically online middle schooler. Text me unless you're a dom. I need to get him pregnant. I love fem boys, BDSM enjoyer, dommy mommy, gentle fem dom, kinky NSFP Peggy. So, just for like freaky internet hoes. Okay. Alright. What's the highlight? I don't know. Alright. 5 days later, Ruby returns with his results, rizzing deranged on his defense. Hey, it's Derby back. I've spent a week on this fuck-ass website, and I'm you breaking your ass? Alright. I mean, it is what it is. I kind of deserve that. That was stupid of me. You ever seen a white boy stroke it insanely? How many black people are you with? That's a good question. Why don't these people respond? What are you studying at Freakburg? They're starting to smoke back around and you need to get one installed. I'm just trying to make conversation.
I'll squeeze maximum pay from water.
Just kidding. Did you ever squirted? No. My bad. How's your day going? Fled, bed rotting, fled, grown into your cooter. Nothing. I mean, these bitches are fried. I give him so much to work with. I'm finna go Elmo on that. I also got some messages from the other side. I couldn't be bothered to make a fake account on this, so I got a girl to send me messages that she got. And she was like a verified profile on here.
Nice hands and nails. Can I nut to them?
Daddy would nut your pussy. Well, gives you confession. You look cute. $7 for inches, no back creek will make you look smaller by standing next to you.
I want to like hear his pipe on the tight fupa.
I'm not doing any younger, but I can make it
It's kind of one league.
Would you I can't talk about it.
Is it too small?
Probably. Yeah, kind of fast. I'd rather watch. Hold your hand on something. Sorry.
You think femcells exist? Yes. Oh, word. Are you one? Why don't they respond to me, bro? I didn't want to talk to a femcell, bro. Why did you fuck my fucking arm, bro? Least favorite age? Do you have any idea what it's like to be circumcised? No, do you? Damn, it wasn't when you were a baby? At that point, why even do it? No, it was like 2 weeks ago. They do them at Walgreens now. Back. Have you ever seen American Tinder to see your toes? That's it, but that's not very funny. I'm showing you the funny ones. I tried. I really tried with some of these. Let's see, maybe you are white and I turn it up. This person. Question for the ages to come. Will I forever hunger for knowledge I may not attain? I'm Latina, actually from Brazil. What's it like down there? I don't know. Am I not? Is that... Fuck this, dude. You ever considered getting randy with a cool-ass white powerful squirt? What type of PSI are we talking? 19K? Wow, that's how's your day going? I'm trying to move it. See if I need to get the fuck off of here. See, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. It didn't work. They're not... I sent out like 100 messages, dude. I can't keep putting down my mental health to stay on this shit. It's not even funny anymore. Probably pieces, okay? Who the fuck are these people? Alright, well, you know what? I was actually trying trying to go on a date with the film stuff for this video. It was going to be like a wholesome, funny thing. I was going to actually try to find one and pick their brain, but I couldn't do it. Okay, they don't exist. It's impossible. Even if they self-identify as one, they're just being freaky bitch. I knew there were some real women on the site because I got a DM from a girl talking about, hey, it's me from Duolicious. But I didn't have a Duolicious. I didn't know what it was. It turns out one of you guys probably made a fake account with me, which happens with other people too, by the way. And it comes back to just people making fake accounts with my face on them and saying crazy stuff, which is pretty funny, so you can keep doing it. Overall, I got 2, as far as I know, 2 women to agree on a date with me, but they were both from Scandinavia. One was from Norway, one was from Sweden. So, I mean, I guess they exist up there, but up there's also different shit. They have fairies. That's like a portal to fucking Hyperborea. So it doesn't pertain to my American life, which is the only life that actually really happens. Now I've got to sit here in the crib, as per usual, and rant about why film cells don't exist. But this is going to be some real science, okay? So lock in. And as you know, I am an authority on this subject, okay? I fornicate with so many women. My morning routine alone involves like 13 different routines. So that's just a little peek into my life. But let me ask you a question. If you're a guy watching this, how much nut do you have in your balls? I'm not being crass. This is an important question to ask you. The answer to that question is about 12 million sperm per hour. So it's a functionally infinite amount. Your balls do not stop churning them out. Millions and millions. Every second, new swimmers are being generated. But then what you gotta do is you gotta ask, what about the ladies? How many eggs do they produce? And the answer here is about 400. Not in an hour, over their entire measly oppressed lives. And look, this isn't like a men are better kind of thing. It actually makes sense because eggs are larger, more complex, more dense cells. So they require a lot more to make. And that's just a little nut, you know what I mean? We can make trillions, millions. But the more you think about it, all gender dynamics, behavior, can actually be explained. It's all downstream from this difference in gamete production. In fact, this is the purest definition of the genders. They're defined by their gamete production. This is often how the gender of new species, if it's not immediately observable, is discovered. Higher gamete production equals male, lower equals female, larger, more complex gametes equals female, etc. It turns out that humans have the largest difference in gamete production of any mammal. Men produce so much sperm and women produce so little eggs. And what this means is that while both are required for procreation being the main driver behind all of this behavior, whether that's what we intend to do with it or not, what this means is that women's individual value, marginal value, in comparison to men, is much higher. You could have one guy on an island with 1,000 women, and that's fine. His nuts keep on boosting the nut. But 1,000 guys and one woman, that's completely useless. There's just way, way too much nut. So women have a higher intrinsic reproductive value than men. Of course, nature compensates by making us stronger, faster, cooler, smarter, funnier, and more righteous. And now, I understand this is kind of a weird. This is like weirdo shit. Stop talking about eggs, little bro. Just go outside, get some bitches. I get it. I'd like to think I'm self-aware about these kind of things. But that's kind of exactly the problem, right? Within a social circle, within a community, there'll be an equal amount of boys and girls, roughly. They'll spend a lot of time together. They'll fall in love. It'll work out. They're attracted to each other. And no one's ever going to think about gamete production or any of this weird shit. That's not what we have now. People don't have healthy social circles attached to other healthy social circles. What is this, a fucking 90s sitcom? Get with the program. Guys are chatting to AI chatbots. They're watching artificial intelligence VTubers. This is not the 90s. When you talk about our new methods of dating that aren't as community-oriented, especially online dating, is where the true difference in marginal value that women have is really revealed. And it would have never been revealed if you just grew up in a little village without the internet and there are boys and girls and they like each other. That's precisely why femcells basically can't exist. Their intrinsic value, coming from their stark difference of gamete production, is so different from men. I mean, you have to be seriously fucked up to be a femcell because you naturally have value. As a guy, you can just be like a little weird and you're kind of fucked. So it's not to say that women don't get lonely and that they're immune to loneliness or anything like that, but what it is that it's very different, the types. I think male loneliness is a lot closer to destitution, and female loneliness is like disillusionment. They're just kind of grossed out by all these guys, which I can actually get, given like the messages I read earlier. It's probably pretty easy to happen, but it is different because there are a lot of men now who just kind of have nothing. They have no social capital or leverage of any kind. Of course, like the dating we have today is a little bit disastrous. It causes trouble for all people, but it's not the same at all. Trying to equate them and women trying to throw their hat in, I mean, that's just kind of annoying. They don't exist. Femcells started like a Reddit group, like the incel Reddit groups, but they had to make it private because the amount of men that were messaging all of them. You see what I'm saying? Even with all that being said, if there are any femcells out there, hit me up. I want to pick your brain. How does that even happen? But anyways, most of these hoes are just lying. It doesn't make biological sense. They're just trying to get desperate male attention. So everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey, it's Daddy here. Just want to go ahead and say thank you to my higher level patrons, Noodly Boy, Alex T, A, Gilliam Batterson, and Joris Fort. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, there's not that much on there right now. Just a couple videos that got removed, a couple extra videos, the Discord. But hey, I'm gonna try to be more active, try to post more on my channels in general. Even if, I kind of fall off, it all goes down, I'll still probably make videos just because I like doing it. So I appreciate everybody for watching. Have a blessed day.
Hey, all jokes aside, I will consider dropping this if Logan Paul versus Messi 2025. I'll see you in the ring, brother.
Why is Logan Paul like this? Whenever there's any form of controversy or anything like that, Logan Paul just loves to make himself the center of attention. And today is no different because he's just called out one of the greatest athletes to ever live to a boxing fight in order for him to drop a lawsuit. I kid you not, I wish I was joking, but this is where we're at with Logan Paul. So you may know already, obviously, Logan Paul, KSI, they teamed up not too long ago to create Prime. It was one of the biggest drinks, it's had one of the biggest fall-offs. But Lionel Messi, after moving over to America, decided that he was going to create his own beverage, Mars Plus. And as soon as it came out, everyone was like, wow, This looks like a complete rip-off of Prime. I'm not going to lie to you, it absolutely does. He literally took the packaging for Prime and was like, fuck it, put my name on that, we'll be fine. And of course, Logan Paul and KSI's egos can't allow for this. They cannot allow for anyone to come into their territory and try and start swinging their dick about. So they decided they're going to sue Messi's brand Mars Plus for copyright infringement. And I'm not going to lie to you, this is one of the few times where I'm like, yeah, fair enough. And they claimed that there was intentional distraction and misleading by making the packaging so similar to that of Prime. And Lionel Messi's brand and lawyers were like, no, we're not having any of this. So they decided that they were going to file their own lawsuit. Within their lawsuit, they claimed that Prime Hydration, the sports drink company co-founded by the influencers Logan Paul and KSI, were trying to go for anti-competitive behaviour. The lawsuit comes after Prime alleges demanding that Maz Plus stop sales unless it changes its packaging, threatening legal action over the claims of trademark and trade dress infringement. Maz Plus is defending the brand, asserting that Prime is trying to stifle competition and monopolise common packaging elements in the hydration drink market. But apparently, a survey conducted by an industry expert, the Mark Anthony International, found no risk of consumer confusion between the two brands. And the lawsuit also pointed out the differences in marketing approaches, particularly noting that Logan Paul's past controversy are a significant distinction. So yeah, Messi wasn't taking this one lying down, basically said, no, there's no similarity between our drinks other than them being hydration beverages. I'm not going to lie, I don't know how they're going to expect this one to fly because the packaging is literally copy and paste, but that's where we're at. So, in typical Logan Paul fashion, Prime has decided to counter-sue this, stating that actually the infringement still stands and the lawsuit should go ahead. So within their lawsuit, they've stated, within Prime's counter-suit, they allege that Maz Plus bottles violated its trade dress, a legal protection for product packaging or design that distinguishes a brand. Prime also claims that its similarity caused, quote, consumer confusion, leading to some buyers mistakenly associate Maz Plus with Prime Corporation. Some of these allegations, Prime presented evidence, including Instagram posts where consumers tagged Prime in photos of Mars Plus bottles, illustrating confusion. The lawsuit claims the resemblance amounts to unfair competition, misleading consumers into believing the products are affiliated. Prime is demanding that Maz Plus by Messi change its bottle design and tagline and cease using the alleged infringing trade dress and pay damages, including profit from sales of the current design. Now, when it goes to the Instagram post, obviously people like KSI and Logan Paul's fans love to troll them, so it wouldn't be a surprise to me if people were just snapping a bottle of Maz Plus and tagging in Prime, just to take the piss out of it looking so similar. But at the same time, it's being used as evidence against Maz Plus. I don't know how Maz Plus can possibly win this. Well, Logan Paul has offered Lionel Messi a way out. He stated that he will drop the lawsuits under one condition. That in 2025, so this year, Lionel Messi steps into the boxing ring with Logan Paul. This was the clip that Logan Paul shared to his social medias, calling out Lionel Messi, talking about the copyright infringement, and so on.
Logan Paul's Prime accused of harassing Messi in drink IP suit. Okay, let me get this straight. Brother, you copied us. Everyone saw it. They saw what you did. Everyone notices it.
It looks exactly like Prime.
Pretty similar. Identical. And then we got sued. Hold on, wait, what? This ain't justice, so we countersued. Obviously, if you can't beat the best, you gotta be the best. But that's illegal. That's trademark infringement. We're holding him accountable. And it's harassment, bro. Hey, all jokes aside, I will consider dropping this if Logan Paul versus Messi 2025. I'll see you in the ring, brother.
Now, this obviously just comes as no surprise to anyone at all, right? This is just the most Logan Paul thing. He saw Jake go on and get $66 million, apparently, from the Netflix fight against Mike Tyson. He was like, my ego cannot allow for Jake to do anything better than me because in my mind, I am so much better than Jake, even though I actually prefer Jake. If I had to compare the two Paul brothers, Jake is...
cold right now, so don't mind me. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people on this network, you know what I mean? First of all, like I said, I offer real life coaching. I'm about to delve into that, with everything I have and every fiber of my being, I think, because I think it could work because I have more life experience than anyone, and I've been through all the hard things and you know, the challenges and the impossible circumstances, so I can teach people. And I believe that that's part of my purpose, is to teach people how to get through obstacles and challenges. You feel me? So it's like, oh yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, I did 130 pull-ups one set, world record. I mean, of course, people are going to be in their feelings about it because can't nobody come close to me. I mean, again, I've been over everything. You don't dictate the rules of my workouts or a pull-up, and the way that I work out has always built superior strength. Like I said, I can do pull-ups full extension, or I can do them the way that I do them. I choose to do them the way I do them because I've already explained I need to put the stuff over my short videos for the network, right? And it also builds more strength. So that's the whole point, is that, I mean, I'm showing that the way to get there, the only way to get there is the way I'm doing it. If you do full repetition, you're never going to increase. So see what you're saying, it doesn't make any coherent sense because I just told you the formula. But see, if you try to do it, you won't be able to because you just don't have the gift. That's why you're upset, because you just straight up can't do it. I mean, go try it. Go try to imitate whatever movement you think I'm doing and try to do it 130 times and at that frequency and see if it's possible, because I guarantee you can't no human being do it but me. Nobody. They're all pull-ups. They're all legit and they're all official. And like I said, your world record companies, they lie all the time, right? Just like that recordsetter.com lied, and that guy was using fake weights, that dude from overseas, right? No question or qualm about it, right? So, like I said, you say things, but they have no validity to them. So, you know, like, when you bring facts, I mean, you're going to win every conversation every single time without fail, without doubt. I don't ever doubt that I'm going to walk away winning a conversation because I bring facts. You know, I mean, how could you give an opinion on something you can't do? You know, that doesn't make sense. I mean, most of you, you know, you can't even do one pull-up. You feel me? So I'm glad you brought me into that, because that brings me to my next topic real quick. We can go ahead and delve into that. But as far as Tazo TV is concerned, like I said, first of all, the man that I've tagged the name in the community wall, I just realized, you know, I just kind of scour YouTube and look around. I don't pay attention to none of these people, man. I'm just doing this to have fun, and I'm doing it for a reason because I'm strategic and I know what I'm doing on this network, and I have every right to address whoever I want, right? And this dude had my name in his mouth for a good while. He used to come on panel, and I mean, I used to have a field day with him on panel. You know what I mean? To the point that, like I said, these people tried to do their pretending and use that as an excuse. And like I said, like, what organization are you? Because you're an illegal one that every member is going to prison. Isn't that awesome? I mean, I'm just saying, just imagine. I mean, you can't get any more weak and any more pathetic. I mean, can you imagine trying to run your mouth and say something to a complete boss that's doing the impossible? I mean, come on, bro. You said something about me and the thing with the truck, too. I mean, I proved I'm superhuman. I mean, you're just going to say something that doesn't exist no matter what. Your opinion's not valued, not by me, not by anyone around you, and not by anyone in the world. So, shh. That's all. Hush. I got a whole bag of shh with your name on it, right? So, again, man, these people ain't ready, man. They ain't prepared for what I'm bringing on here. And like I said, I mean, to me, it just is what it is, because I know who I am, man. I'm a real gangster on a whole nother level. I mean, I've proven that. And that's why these people do what they do. That's why they're shook. I mean, you can type all day, but you're not talking to me, because I'm a guy that you got to pay homage to the accolades I have in the streets, all the work in I've put in being Batman, and even before that, you know what I mean? I mean, I've done a lot, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm standing right here. I'm goody. I'm doing good. You know what I mean? I'm getting everything together. And like I said, I just keep on pushing forward through no matter what challenge is in my way. And I stand with God, like I said, and I keep my faith. You feel me? Like I said, not doing the typing, not dealing with the email stuff, it helps me, right? And like I said, I'm just going through a lot right now, so it doesn't make any sense for me to have anybody trying to talk to me that's just trying to, like, you know, disturb my energy. That doesn't make sense. I'm good. Like I said, it's not real. It's some internet stuff, and it's just a sign of weakness, and I don't have that in me. All I have is strength. Seriously, it's all I taught myself and that God taught me. You know, God is training me. So yeah, you can't say nothing about those pull-ups about reality, but nice try. You know what I mean? I mean, that's like the people on here that, like I said, they used to take the old videos with my boxing league and try to edit them and lie and say that something happened different. I mean, that's corny, man. And that's the way it looked, you know, because it's on camera. You can see it. I mean that match, I think I won like 38-1, and I slowed down the footage and everything. So, I mean, when somebody's saying something that's not reality, like I said, you know, tigers don't sit there and argue with whatever you want to say. I'll just say hyenas for now. You know, lions don't argue with hyenas. I mean, you can talk all day, bro. I mean, you know, it's like a stork running its mouth to an alligator. I mean, I'm an alligator. What? I mean, you're a stork, bro. I mean, that's literally what it is. I mean, it's a stork running their mouth. Like, I'm an alligator. Like, I'm not going to get mad at the stork. You know what I mean? Let the stork run its beak and do what the stork does, and then the stork is going to fly away and go on about its business. Because the stork, you know, is a sea pelican that doesn't know what it's doing, right? You see my point? If it was someone who had their act together and you were someone with an identity, then you'd be able to tell me something, but you're just a confused fan, and I don't even have to sit in the chat like that. The comments don't faze me. They never have, right? I've already explained everything. Okay, I can't be fazed, but like I said, my history in the street is just unbelievable, right? So like I said, a dude like Tazo TV, I'm what he would want to be, right? And he could never be me because whoever you were raised by clearly was all posers. And I'm going to keep going in and I'm going to keep saying the truth until you respond. People don't understand on here. I'm not going to give you a choice. None of you. No, y'all had my name in your mouths. Now I'm coming back on here, and I'm going to make sure y'all have to respond because you can't say nothing. See, that's the thing. When you all started making these videos that are fake, no one watches them. You don't understand. You have no self-awareness. None of you. It doesn't look good, bro. What looks good is my channel. See, that's the thing. What looks good is me on camera. Yeah. What looks good is my smile. And it produces a lot of happiness for a lot of people every time I smile. That's why I stay smiling and happy. You feel me? I'm just telling you the truth. What looks good is me. I've been looking good my entire life. That's why these people are so upset. Right? So, I mean, to come try to type something, I mean, there's a whole world that disagrees with everything that you type. You know, it's already been, you don't need to disprove something that doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? Not everything deserves a response. So, like I said, let them be upset while we, you know, doing the thing, making money, bankrolling, continuing to run this business, right? I just saw that your boy came back, right? And yeah, it kind of inspired me to go live. I saw your boy came back. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. And that's all good, man. I mean, you know, all he does is the same one-trick pony act over and over again, and then y'all basically, like, go out your way to watch his videos on repeat. So, all you try to do is rig this whole system here. And clearly he didn't do very well on here because he's whining about, oh, you could lose monetization if you don't make content. And, you know, I told you he couldn't stay away because even the break was designed for him to try to draw attention. That's why the last stream, like you would think, got more views than any of them because it was all part of his design. It's a design so he can pretend, right, again, that he cares about Dawn. And coming back to this network is the worst decision you'll ever make. I'm going to tell you right now. Why? Because I'm running this network and I'm here now. Right? And I'm going to talk about you all I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Right? I'm going to say the truth about you. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. Right? And that fake account person was trying to defend him. And I'm tired of hearing your nonsense. The dude is part of that underground organization. Whatever you want to call them. The Ladybug Gang. We can call them for now. Whatever the name is, I mean, that's a perfect name for them, the Ladybug Gang, right? But that group of people is identical to in the Batman movies when he talks about the Red something gang. Okay, it's in the movie Batman Returns. I'll have to go look at it. And he says the Penguin controls the Red Circle gang or whatever they're called, right? And if you notice, these people use the same type of symbols, right? It has everything in common with the movie because it's the real thing happening in front of your eyes. What these people don't understand on this network is you have no idea. You don't understand. Like, you saw what happened to Catwoman in the movie, what she went through with what happened and then the rebirth. Okay. I went through the same exact thing. I'm going through it still, physically, in front of your eyes. I'm going through a superhuman transformation, and I'm going through a you-know-what and then a rebirth. So, before you judge me, and I mean before you think that you could say anything to me, that's just silly. That's not my issue. The thing is, you see how you time your typing? Nobody does that, man. You don't have to say something every 5 seconds. That means that you don't have anything to say. So you see, you do that because you're already upset. You're already in a mood. And you know that any grown man and any human being doesn't talk like that. I'm talking, bro. You ain't going to interrupt me. I'm not in the chat. You can have it. So like I said, enjoy talking to yourself. Like, these people don't seem to understand. You don't run this program. If I want to turn that chat completely off, I can. I'm not going to be rushed when I speak. I will never again in my life at any point deal with somebody typing fast to me. I'm not going to do it. Or trying to raise their voice behind a computer and a phone and start talking crazy and trying to, get me where I'm supposed to get upset for what? If it's behind a computer, there's no need in me allowing someone to have that power over me, right? There's no need in me putting myself through unnecessary stress because somebody wants to pretend behind a computer. That ain't real, right? We don't respect that. We from the hood for real, homie. Like, we ran everything in the ghettos. Like, I ran everything in Bankhead. Are you serious? I'm from hoods these people could never walk to and ran everything there. And again, if you doubt these statements, I got arrested in Bankhead on the most notorious drug street in all of Atlanta, and I've never touched any of that stuff. I was just wrong place, wrong time, and I was surviving. But when it came to like being tough and the big willy-nilly, the big guy, the enforcer, right? That was, like I said, running dudes off corners by myself. That was me, right? I was pulling up in my truck out there right to the gas stations, bro, where they all got the long white tees on. So you already know how they moving. I don't got to say it on here. I can't. They have rules, but I don't have to explain it. If you've been to ATL, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm Dolo. Or I got like one dude with me and they asking him because they know him and don't know me, right? Yet, right? And they talk about who you with. That's what happened a couple of times. Those are environments where a white boy don't go to, is what I'm trying to explain to you. Those are environments where your average white boy wouldn't have a clue how to operate, how to carry himself. And my point is that if it wasn't me, if it was any other white boy but me or any other person but me, I mean, honestly, something probably would have happened, right? But me, because I'm me and I hold my own, I just looked at them and gave them the gangster stare, and they all stepped back. Straight up. And you have to understand, they had all the advantage. It's just little old me, man. It's always just me and that's it. You feel me? And they had all the advantage, bro. You feel me? I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how Tyrese Sneed is built. Like, I've really gone to these places. I've really lived this life. I'm really about that thug life. I've really done these things. So, number one, you're never going to talk to me no type of way. So let's just stop that today, okay? Miss me with that, okay? That ain't real. Be real to yourself. And then maybe you'll get farther. 20 in the box. Let's see you do it. We already doing better numbers than the fake life coach, right? Y'all want to compete, right? I mean, you want to pretend you can compete with somebody who's on a whole nother echelon of level from you, right? Yeah, I got problems, but that doesn't take away all my hard work, right? That doesn't mean I'm not in a better position than all of you combined, because I am, right? Yeah, I'm going through things. Are any of you talking to me vocally? If you ain't talking to me vocally and you ain't speaking, it means you ain't there for me. Newsflash, it means you don't care about me. Like I said, I don't talk in emails. I'll never look at that stuff again. That's nonsense. All that stuff is fake. What? Any real person, they would understand, number one, you say something, you're going to have to respect what I ask. That's just my boundaries. I'm a human. Right? Y'all be too obvious about everything you do. That's why it's funny, and like, why is it every day there's got to be a new antic online? That stuff is not needed over here, because we are not in the mood, bro. We are not trying to hear it, man. You talking to actual gangsters on here, doggy. You know exactly who I am, bro. Like, you don't know my history, you don't know much about me, but you know who I am. You have a general understanding of the environments that I come from, and that I'm not faking it, that I'm really real, and that every city and state I've ever been in, I put work in the street. What you want is you want to silence me. You wish that you could. Hello? Hey. Good, how about you? Yeah. Yeah. Ordered some. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Same old shit. Nothing. Just watching videos. Like, all cowardly, and you know, they're probably gonna make a whole something. I think he said red triangle. I already remember, but you can look it up anyway to verify and tell me if that's right. It's red triangle gang, of course, because it's the pyramid. See what I'm saying? That's masonry. So, you know, my point is the movie was depicted about a real time and a real place and a real thing. Now, okay, now it might have happened in the past, like Renaissance times. I'm sure you had a Batman. That's where it comes from. Batman is like a medieval times, Renaissance times. I think it was a real thing. You know, personally, I really do. I think that God would build a Batman. And I mean, you have to. You're talking about in the times when, like, you know, like, I don't have to say it, but you remember, like, in the 1700s, 1600s, like, the stuff that was going on that was crazy. Okay? So, I mean, that's the type of era, just like now, in a time like this, that you know, I feel like God would have to build a Batman. You know, and that's the whole thing is, you know, you have to have somebody that will stand up against evil for real, and ain't going to sugarcoat nothing, and is just going to take it right to all of them. And that's exactly who I am, yes. Now, I try to be careful on here about what I say, okay? In the streets, we ain't careful. People know who I am. People know about me, and I'm not going to say we ain't careful. We still careful because we smart, and we make good decisions. But that's now, bro. And, you know, when I'm doing the Batman thing, I'm very tactical. I just know what I'm doing with everything. You feel me? Like, nobody can judge me or tell me how to do my job because that's my actual job. Yeah. You feel me? So, I mean, if you can't do what I do, which nobody can, I mean, nobody. You could take anybody from any of these agencies. They're not in the shape I'm in. They're not strong enough. They couldn't walk in my shoes for a millisecond, period, with anything I endure every day or go through. Nobody could do what I do. You feel me? So that's what it's about. Yeah, triangle, yeah. No, you're good. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh yeah, is that a comic, or is that I don't want to say that name on here. I can't say that word, but is that the comic or the movie? I want to look that up. See, if people would donate, I could buy me some more of these movies, too, because I want to watch, like, the cartoon versions. They have some of them on YouTube, and I'd be watching them. I'm obsessed with that, bro. Like, I'm really the real thing, so I'd be studying it. People don't understand, like, you know, this is the thing. I devoted myself to that purpose. Like, when he says, like, when you become an ideal, okay, and they can't stop you, you become something more. You understand? I'm a symbol for justice. I mean, I'm a whole, like, entity unto myself as Batman. I used to, yeah. It's been a long time. But yeah, I did used to a little bit. Yeah, I remember with the red. He had the red bat on his chest, correct? And he was all yeah. It was paint. I remember. I've seen that one too. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I don't know. I'd have to get back into it. I don't like the way it looks. I like the old school Batmans. Like I don't remember some of them. Like I haven't seen them. I don't think. That's the thing. People don't understand. When I started really, if you go look at my Facebook, if you go look at any of my stuff on social media, there was all these pictures and signs that I was going to be turned into Batman, and I didn't even realize it. I knew that I liked it and I was into it, but it was like it happened in front of everyone. And you can see backgrounds with bats and stuff and my infatuation with it. And it wasn't really an infatuation. It was that it was meant to be. And I kind of already knew I was Batman. And I would say it. And, like, people were probably like, what is he talking about? And then, like, I actually started, building the suits and doing the real things. So, I mean, like I said, it wasn't for YouTube. It wasn't to look cute. I was going to do this YouTube or not. If I wasn't a YouTuber, I'd still be doing what I'm doing because I believe in it. But the YouTube makes it